Hello, hello, unique couples, family, community. Good to see all of you. Go right ahead and, we'll say it again. Well, actually, it's just me tonight. It's just me. Hello, everyone. I am Linda Patrick, yes, of Unique Couples, and I'm excited about being here. It feels a little awkward because usually I'd have my a sidekick. I'll have my sidekick on the side of me, but hey, I'm here tonight and I'm talking about reset your story, your marriage. So I'll do a little sharing tonight. And I'm so excited that you're here. So go ahead and invite someone to come and join you. Invite a friend, tell a friend, tag someone. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And I'm excited about next week as well. Next week, we have, yes, the Bergans will be with us on Unique Couples. Yes, Unique Couples Sunday Night Live. It's a new experience because you're watching on Facebook, we're on YouTube and Periscope, Twitter as well. So it's good to see all of you who are watching. Type in chat live squad if you are watching live with us tonight. Type in live, hashtag live squad. And if you catch the replay, go ahead and type hashtag replay. Go ahead and put those comments in the chat. I'm not sure if I can see the chat. So I guess we'll put those up and I'll be able to see the comments, but right now I can't really see the comments. So go ahead and put live squad if you're watching live, and then go ahead and put in hashtag replay if you are catching the replay. Go ahead, tag a friend, tag someone, let them know. We are on Unique Couples Sunday Night Experience. This is 2021. We want to reset our story, our lives, our marriage. We want to take it to another level. Yes, hashtag live squad. Okay, so like I said, tonight is a little different and interesting because I am here without Vito. So it's just Linda, Linda tonight, and it feels a little awkward because, we're usually, both of us together. But tonight, I think it was good that I was be able to come and just talk and share. Ladies, you need to hear this. If you're single, engaged, dating, you need to be here. You need to hear and see how, based on what we're all experiencing, what we might have experienced in the past, how we could change our lives, how we could reset, jumpstart our 2020 with the things that we do today. Okay, so I just have some announcements. Of course, we have the 5-day challenge coming up January 20th. And I love the fact that we have the challenge because this 5-day, how to strengthen your marriage and have the marriage of your dreams, even if your spouse doesn't want to challenge. Yes, that is the challenge. So you can do it by yourself. And when I'm finished tonight, you will kind of understand why this challenge is so important, that we're, just giving out this information and letting you know because, yeah, it's important. You can do it yourself, okay? You can do it. So even though you're married and your spouse may not be interested in doing a challenge or participating or even improving your relationship, you can go ahead and do it yourself. Yes, we are resetting. So you could go ahead and do it yourself. So it's a 5-day challenge. Go ahead and register. We'll put the link in chat. Go ahead and register to join the challenge. It's a 5-day challenge and it's free. And you can take the challenge. We'll have live videos. We'll have recorded sessions. You can take the challenge. Of course, there'll be work for you to do individually and with your spouse if you so desire or if you can. Okay, so that'll be January 20th. So you have to register before that because that is next week. Okay, and then of course we have Sip and Spill, which is tomorrow, Monday at 7:30. It's Mondays, every Monday at 7:30 in the How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group. If you're not a part of that group, go ahead and join, be a part of the How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group. It is only for married persons. If you're interested in a relationship group or if you're single or dating, you could go ahead and join the How to Strengthen Your Relationship Unique Couples private Facebook group. You could go ahead and join that one. But that How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group is for married couples only. If you're not married, if you're single, engaged, dating, thinking about relationship, in a relationship, but you're not married, you can join the other group. Okay, so that is also available for you. And of course, we know February is coming up and everyone is thinking about what they're going to do, and it's Love Month. So listen out to our announcements, listen out to what we have. We have something special. Actually, it's more than one thing. Special plan for you to help you and your relationship. So join us for that. And so tonight, we're talking about reset your story, your marriage. Okay, so we're in a new year, 10 days in. Maybe last year, 2020, wasn't what it was supposed to be. Maybe even before this year or any, we had the coronavirus or anything, your marriage might have faced difficulties or you might have faced issues or problems. Whatever it is, hey, we're talking about getting a restart, a jump start, and changing that. Okay, so I had to learn that from personal experience. So tonight I kind of a little nervous because it's like, whoa, reset your story, your marriage. Okay, going a little deeper, and it's like, okay, not sure about what to share and how far to go and all of that stuff. But I think it's important that we get to understand and people get to understand that what you see isn't just, okay, it didn't just happen by chance. Okay, it didn't happen by chance. Everything might look good and glossy now, but what happened behind the scene? What happened before you got to this point? And I think it's important that people realize that, hey, like for me, for example, I didn't want to have anything to do with marriage. Not a thing to do with marriage. I didn't want to have any kids. I didn't want to have anything to do with marriage. I just didn't want to get hurt. I saw a lot of abuse occurring. I was abused myself. And so seeing all of this and experiencing all of this firsthand, it was like, I didn't want to bring children into this world because I didn't want them to experience that. I didn't want to be in a relationship to have to wonder if, it would happen, or just feel as if, I might feel like my life is threatened, or I might feel as if, my children will get hurt. My parents weren't together, and how is that going to affect everything? So it was just like so much going on. So that was me. So much going on. And I don't know. I mean, it was like I had to get to the point where I had to just kind of like get to the point where I just found out who I was as a person, like what I wanted, what I was interested in, what I liked as a person. Okay. Get to the point like where I love me for me, love me with all my flaws, love me the way God created me, and, not be concerned about, my juicy, thick lips, Yeah, he loves it to that. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to kiss. No, I don't really like, yeah. Okay. And well, that was for other reasons because, hey, you could have touched any other part of my body, but hey, don't touch my lips. It was like that was mine to give. And just having having the freedom to be able to say, yes, I'm going to use this to give pleasure was like my token. It was like something that was so important for me. And just to be able to do that. And then trying to get, I'm in this marriage and I'm trying to explain this and trying to get my spouse to understand all of, what happened and how I'm feeling. So, people have been there, suicidal thoughts, and just thinking that, hey, this life isn't worth it. And, I can't do this. And just the struggle to just have another step, to just take another day to just accept the fact that, oh my goodness, it hurts so much. When will the pain ever go away? When will it stop? And I had to face it. I had to face it. And so you're hurt. I'm hurt. It's like so weird to be able to say that. And it's like I'm trying not to experience it and speaking about it as if it isn't me. The only way to kind of like get through, right? But, so I'm hurt. I'm torn apart. The past is there and it's just grabbing and pulling away my future and pulling away, where I'm currently at. And then I had to get help. I had to get counseling. I had to get mentors. I had to get people who I trusted, people who I saw, were living the life and had the marriages that I saw that I wanted. I had to look beyond me. I had to look beyond my circumstance and look towards that. And that kind of helped, that kind of helps. So when I was able to release all of that, to be able to just kind of look at me and look at me in the space of, my story and where I came from and how is it going to impact me as an individual and then how it is going to impact me as, and, in my marriage. I had to look not on the outside. I had to, not even on the inside, because the inside was pain, right? I had to look up. I looked at God and I found the help and the strength that I needed. And when I was able to move from, being hurt and feeling as if this life is just not it. No, this is just not it. Having a family, having a wonderful marriage, that is just not a part of my history. That's not a part of where I will be or where I'm going. And when I got to that point, then I was able to kind of like learn to move beyond the pain, learn to take those daily steps. Okay. Move away from the unforgiveness, move away from the self-doubt. I had to continue it. It was intentional. I had to intentionally work on doing those things. Okay. So it was like me I had to work on that. I was able to learn to love myself. And I say all of this to say that, sometimes we just take it for granted that, okay, we're in a relationship and that's it. But ladies, men, if you're watching and you have wives who, are facing issues and you don't know, what is going on, this feels so awkward just being able to just look in here. But you don't know what to do. You need to be able to, and just like how I had to learn to be able to love myself, and then I was able to love Vito like how I needed to. Okay, so when I got married, I kind of like focused on my husband, I focused on my family, meeting their needs, and then sometimes neglecting mine. Okay, I had to learn to practice what I learned. I had to learn to work on myself. I knew I had to be intentional about loving myself, because if I didn't love myself, what would I have to give my husband? What would I have to give my children? So I had to learn to do that, go beyond just doing for other people and not making sure that I was taken care of. So, I mean, we all face different things, whether it was, being abused, whether it was physically, sexually, emotionally. You might have had all of that happen to you. Felt the doubt, felt all of the words, accusing you, the words just hurting you, darts, cursing you. I'm telling you all of these negative things, whatever it is that happened. Like, it's all in the past. It's in the past. Some of you might even be experiencing it now. What is holding you back? What about you? What are you allowing to hurt you, to hurt your relationship? Think about those things. And then think about what you need to do to move away from that. And I just want to share with you 3 secrets that were not really secrets, but 3 things that I did to get away from all of that pain, to get away from all of that, just being in yourself where, everything is there. I mean, yes, I'm smiling and I'm happy because guess what? I don't want to live in that pain. I don't want to live in, the past. I decided, I was intentional about moving beyond the past, moving beyond what hurt me, moving beyond the unforgiveness, moving beyond all of that to be who I am and who I want to be. Okay, who I want to be for me, and then who I needed to be as a wife in a relationship. And so I want to share with you 3 secrets to turning your story, your marriage around, to reset your story, to reset your marriage or whatever it is that you're facing. So we have to learn to let it all go. We have to learn not wanting to be touched, not accepting love, maybe not even just accepting words of positive words that your spouse is saying, or maybe you're dishing out the negative because that's what you're accustomed to and that's what you see happening in your life, whatever it is. Maybe you saw, like me, you saw your parents or whoever, you saw the violence all around and someone being abused, and you took that on, and maybe you didn't become the victim. Maybe you are the perpetrator, but that happened in the past, and we need to learn to move away from that and heal and get to the future that we need to. So 3 secrets to turning your story, your marriage around, that I learned. Hello. Corenda said, we need not to live in the past. It will only destroy us. Yes, the past can destroy us. So if you stay there, focus on the past, focus on the hurt, focus on the pain, focus on all of the negative. You will be consumed with it, consumed with it, and the pain will just magnify and will not let go. It will hold you down. It will burden you down. You'll be depressed. You'll be suicidal. You'll be left with and feel as if there is no hope. So you have to come to the point where you let it all go. 3 secrets. Number one. And like I said, it's secret, but it's not secret because we have said it and we'll say it again. It's not what you know, but it's what you intentionally do. It's what you intentionally do that counts. So it's not what you know. Everyone knows that you should do a whole lot of stuff, but guess what? We're not doing it. A lot of people know stuff, but they're not doing it. So it's not what you know. It's what you intentionally do. And so you need to intentionally do these things. And these are some of the things that I did that kind of helped me get from where I was to, where I am now. And one of the things is number one, the 3 secrets to resetting your story, your marriage, or the 3 secrets to turning your story and your marriage around. Number 1 is focus on yourself. What? Yes. Number 1, focus on yourself. People will tell you, no, you're not supposed to focus on yourself. You're supposed to focus on loving other people first and putting your spouse first and all these other things and whoever else and your family first and your children first and everybody else first besides you. And I'm here to say, no. The first thing you need to do is focus on yourself. And when I say focus on yourself, I mean grow you. Grow you. Okay? Personally, grow you. Whether it's personal development, growing your self-esteem, your self-confidence. And Coach Sean taught me this one. Self-esteem has to do with your value to God. You are because you have value. You have esteem because you know you belong to God. So it's not a self-esteem thing. Hey, I am valuable because God placed me here. He wants me here. He loves me. That's my value. I have this self-esteem, but your confidence and what you can do, your personal development, growing you and focusing on you. Be originally you. I think Vito said it the other day. He said, yes, a man would love to see women just be themselves, just be who they are. And I had to learn that. And he would tell me, hey, you need to love yourself before you could love us. Before you can love me or the children, you have to love yourself. And, I was like, what are you talking about? I love them. But then at some point, I was just neglecting me and focusing on everything else. And then, of course, I'm miserable because I didn't spend any time taking care of me, but I spent so much time taking care of them and doing stuff for them that what I was giving them was pittance because I wasn't whole myself. So the first thing you need to do, focus on you, grow you. Sometimes you may want to grow with your spouse, and it'll be great if you can grow with your spouse. But guess what? What do you do if your spouse isn't growing and you are growing? I mean, it's great. Grow together. Yes, we preach that. Grow together. But you need to make sure that you focus on you. Be originally you. Show up as you. Don't try to be anybody else. Be yourself. Keep pouring from your cup. Okay. If you keep pouring from your cup, I meant to say, if you keep pouring from your cup, I need to see this comment. If I'm not well, I can be of service to others. Thank you, Tamika. Great to have you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, what I was saying now. If you keep pouring from your cup, guess what happens? There'll be nothing left for you to serve, for you to give, if you just keep pouring from your cup. Because eventually your cup will run dry. You will have nothing in there to give. So you can't just keep pouring from your cup. You have to learn to serve and pour from your overflow. You have to serve and pour from your overflow. And your overflow, love from your overflow. Give more, because you have so much inside. You have so much of you. You've done the work on you. You focus on you. You built you. You have the self-confidence. You know who you are. And then you're able to step out and be who you need to be as a wife. You're able to step out to be who you need to be as a mother. You're able to step out and be who you need to be as a person. Anyone, man, including you. You can be who you need to be because you took the time to focus on you. Focus on you. Don't pour from your cup. Pour, serve from your saucer, because when you pour and pour and pour, there'll be nothing left. But if your cup overflows and overflows and keep overflows, the saucer is going to be there, and you can serve from that saucer, and you can have so much more to give. You can have so much love to give. You can have love for yourself. You can have love for your spouse. You can have love for your children. You can have love for everyone else around. You can go around happy because you are filled inside and you have so much you're giving. You're it said, overflowing with it, like overflowing with joy. Yes, you can do that. So one of the secrets to turning your story, no matter what happened in the past, no matter what's happening now in your marriage and your story, people are facing physical abuse. People are facing neglect. Husbands who are going out spending all of, the wives' funds, or just leaving them depleted, or, you're facing all sorts of different things in your relationship, but you still have to focus on the thing that you carry all around. The person you will carry with you until you die, the person you will carry with you for the rest of your life. You have to focus on you. Focus on you. Get you right first. Be you. Be originally you. Check for you. Make sure that you are right. And if you need to get out the space, the environment that is hurting you, the environment that is causing you pain, if you need to do that, and even if it's temporarily, you get away. Get away from the people who are hurting you, the people who are mistreating you, the people who are making you feel little and small, or whatever is happening. You will just have to take your space and move away from them so that you could focus on you and get in a healthy space. And then set your boundaries and say, no, this is not acceptable. You can't hit me. No, this is not acceptable. You cannot touch me when I don't want to be touched. No, this is not acceptable. You cannot use those words. You cannot hurt me by saying those. I will not accept it. Lay your boundaries. Have your boundaries drawn so that, because you know who you are and you know who you need to be. Hello, Michael. And you stay with that. Yes, you stay with that. So that was number one. Number one. Oh my goodness, I need to breathe. I need to breathe. So I have to pause. I'm sorry. This is like taking out so much of me. Yeah, this is taking out so much of me. So let me pause here. 5-day challenge. 5-day challenge is coming up. We go more in depth with that. Of course, Vito is right there beside me, so it just makes it so much easier. We're doing the 5-day challenge, January 20th. I'm trying to breathe. January 20th. It's a 5-day. I think it starts on a Wednesday, 6 o'clock. We have live sessions. We have recorded sessions. And you'll be able to do it with your spouse, without your spouse. Just show up, get the material, work on your relationship. And guess what? It's built in where you get to work on you. So if you've been to and enjoyed any of the 5-day challenges or the 10-day challenges we've had, you could type challenge in chat. If you have not attended any of the challenges that we have and you'd like to join, type hashtag challenge in chat to be a part of the challenge. Okay, so type hashtag challenge to be a part of the 5-day how to strengthen your marriage and have the marriage of your dreams, even if your spouse doesn't want to challenge. And that is important because we have to work on ourselves. So number one was focus on you. Tomorrow we're on Sip and Spill, Monday, 7:30 in the How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group. So if you're not a part, go ahead and join that group so you can be a part of the live that we are going to have tomorrow. You want to be a part of that. Vito will definitely be on. Yes, with me, we'll be on together for that Sip and Spill. And we have some mystery guests who will be joining us. So don't miss out on that. February is coming up. We have so much things planned and we're all excited about February. Be a part of that experience, Unique Couples experience with us for this February. I'm going to end this quickly. Let me go to my second point. Okay, so I said number one was focus on yourself. Know you, grow you, love you, show up as you. Don't serve from your cup. Serve from your overflow, right? Serve from your overflow. And then you'll be able to be the person you need to be, because you have to be a person first before you can be a wife or a husband, or you have to be a person first. Whole, be you, wholly you. And then you could focus on doing all the other things. Okay, so number one was focus on yourself. If you need to heal from what hurt you, instead of cutting and hurting people because you were hurt, do that. Hurt people. So if you don't want to hurt, you have to heal what hurt you. You have to move away from that. Okay, so that brings me to number two. Number two is let go of the past. Let go of the past. And how do you let go of the past? Let it go. I was telling a few friends today that, hey, that was Frozen song. I was like one of my favorite songs. Yes, for that time it was like, let it go, right? Let it go, let it go. You have to let it go. The past is in the past. The past might be crippling you, might be holding you down, might be tearing you apart. But guess what? If you focus on it, it's going to keep doing that. Okay, so focus on what you want for the future and work on it. Instead of focusing on the past, focus on what you want for the future and work on it. Let me see if I could see some of these comments. I can't really see the comments, so I want to see the comments. Give me a second. Yeah, so number one, yes, Michael, let go and let God. Love it, love it. Yeah, so number two is let go of the past. Focus on what you want for the future and work on it. What you focus on grows. It truly grows. So if you want to focus, if you want a better marriage, a wonderful spouse, you're going to focus on what you point out is what you're going to get. So if your husband isn't doing like what you want, but he's doing something of what you want, you focus on that, kind of get more of that. Okay, you get more of that. Okay, so the past may be filled with sexual abuse. It might be first filled with verbal abuse. It might be filled with physical, mental, or even emotional abuse, suicidal thoughts, being mistreated or neglected. Don't let it overwhelm you. Where you are at the point where you can't live a healthy life because you're letting the past cripple you. Okay? Focus on what you want for the future, and that's what you will get. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. And you know how I did that and how that helped? I did lots of visualization and self-talk. 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 Before it even became popular, I remember doing those self-talk. Self-talk and telling myself, before it was a script, no. I did the self-talk, right? And then I had a scripted self-talk where I put in exactly what I wanted to direct my future. But before I did the scripted self-talk, I'm positive, I'm beautiful, I'm accomplishing all my dreams, I have a wonderful family, I am, and all those different things. And I stated those in positive before all of that. I was basically saying, I was basically saying what I wanted, I did the self-talk and said what I wanted. And then I did the visualization, right? Looked and pictured and imagined what I wanted for the future instead of the past. Because when you thought about the past, and when you think about the past and you think about all of the things and maybe your spouse hurt you in the past, and if you focus and you keep focusing on that, you will never get from that point to another point, because it'll just always be there. And you just keep seeing the person, and the person is just there, and they just keep getting to you, and it's like annoying you. And then every time you see them, you get upset again. And that's because you're focusing on the past. You have to let it go. You have to let it go. How do you do that? You acknowledge the pain. Acknowledge it. It hurts. It hurts because you don't want to acknowledge it, because it's just like right there and it'll hurt, and it's right there and you don't want to acknowledge it, but you have to acknowledge the pain and then let it go. Release it. Forgive who hurt you, whether it's your parents, your spouse, or whoever it was. Release it. Forgive who hurt you for you. Forgive yourself for getting hurt, or for feeling like you could have prevented it, or just stop blaming yourself. Okay? Stop blaming yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself, you might say, to get hurt. Forgive yourself for still staying in the same situation. Forgive yourself for not knowing that, hey, I married someone who's a narcissist, or I married someone who's just, finding ways to hurt me. I married someone and, or I married someone and he cheated on me, or I married this lady and she's not who she needs to be. Whatever it is, you have to acknowledge it and let the pain go. Forgive. Forgive. Forgive what hurt you. Forgive who hurt you. Forgive for you, so that you could move past it. Move past the pain, move past being burdened down with the past, okay? So like the Serenity Prayer says, and a lot of self-help groups says, use it. And they say it, and you say it to yourself, and you practice it. Hey, you have to mean it. I need to do that. Lord, grant me the what? Serenity to accept the things I cannot change. You cannot change the past. You have to realize that. I can't change the past. We cannot change the past. So we have to move away from the past to, we just let it go. That was number 2, right? Let go of the past. Number 1, focus on yourself. Get holy, you be who you need to be. Number 2, whatever it is, you as an individual, as a man, focus on yourself and who you need to be. It's not saying that you're neglecting your wife or your children. It's just that you need to make sure that you focused on you. So those of you who are engaged, or those of you who are dating, start the correct way, and then you wouldn't have to be in a marriage and then, kind of working backwards. So if you started right, you should be able to have a better chance of carrying on right. Because marriage is hard work. Yes, it's not easy. Even when you love each other, because, hey, love isn't just enough. Love is not enough. You have to put in work with that, okay? So focus on yourself. Let go of the past. You cannot change the past. You just have to accept it. You can't change the past. You can be tied down by it, or you can grow, learn, and release yourself from the hurt of it. You make the decision. You can grow, you can learn, you can release yourself from the hurt of the past. That's one thing, that's good. Or you can be tied down and challenged by it and continually hurt by it. You make the decision. And that could be, you've had persons who, they don't want to, and they're not interested in why my husband always have to be touching me. It's like, what is the problem? Acknowledge the problem, acknowledge what the pain was, acknowledge why you feel the way you do, acknowledge why you don't believe your spouse, why you have these trust issues, acknowledge why all of these things that you're not accepting, or why you find yourself in relationships that you're constantly being hurt or abused or talked down to or neglected or mistreated. Acknowledge all of that. And if you're in a space where you can move away and heal from that and grow, then you do what you need to do so that you can be who you need to be. And then number 3, yes, marriage is definitely hard work. Definitely hard work. And number three is, okay, so you did the work on yourself. You studied yourself, you know yourself, you have the self-confidence, you know that you have esteem because you're created by God, you are in love with yourself, you have this joy, you are serving from your saucer, you are full of joy, you have released your past, you're not allowing it to hurt you, and so now you're all excited to be the husband, the wife, the mother, whoever it is you need to be, you are there. So now, number 3, you can study your spouse. Study your spouse, support them, love them, be who they need you to be in the space of you making sure that their needs are met. You're making sure that their love tank is filled. You're making sure that you know their love language. You know what they need. You know, you can anticipate their wants. You know their desires, but guess what? You know yours. So when you two connect now, it's powerful because you know what you want, you know what you like, you know what you desire, you know what your love language is, you know what you want, you know how you want to be spoken to, you know what you're not going, you know what you're going to accept, you know what you're not going to accept. And so now you're studying your spouse because guess what? This is a life curriculum. You're going to do this for the rest of your life because you're going to study you and you're going to grow. And then you're studying your spouse and then he's going to grow. She's going to grow. You are going to grow together. Study your spouse. And guess what? It's even so more amazing. If you're doing it and your spouse is doing it, and guess what? You both are doing it. He's got your 6, you've got his 6, and you both could connect. And so both of you would be able to have that relationship. Hey, but guess what? If your spouse isn't doing their part of growing, of learning you, and they're part of, trying to make this relationship work, you still do your part. You still do your part. Come join the challenge. You'll learn more about that. You still do your part. You still study your spouse. You still find out their likes, their dislikes, their dreams, their desires, their goals, what they want to do. Find out and feel their heart. You do that. Then you will know that, hey, you did your best. You did what you needed to do to be the spouse you needed to be. You're the person you want to be, who you need to be. You are you. And then you're taking the time out to learn your spouse. Isn't your marriage going to be reset? Isn't your story changed? Because you write your story. This is 2021. You can write your story. You write your story. You determine where you go from here in your relationship. You determine it. You determine your story, your marriage. You press the reset button and start afresh. You determine it. You start it. Focus on yourself. Grow yourself. Know yourself. Love yourself. Treat yourself the way you need to be treated. Self-care. Do all of that. Make sure you are taking care of you. And then you're going to have so much love to give, so much love to pour out, so much love to have and give your spouse. And you're studying your spouse and your spouse is doing what they need to do. And if they're not doing what they need to do, you take the time out to support, to love them, because it's not about them loving you. It's about you loving them. It's what you do to love your spouse. That's all you could control, how you show up, how you love your spouse, in spite of the fact that they might be unlovable or doing these things that just don't make you really like them at that point. But you do what you need to do for your relationship. You be healthy for yourself. You be healthy for your spouse. You be healthy so that you can give yourself 100% to the relationship. So focus on you, number one. Number two, let go of the past. Let go of all the pain. Let go of all the hurt. Let go of all of the things that'll make you shy away from doing stuff with your spouse, whether it's sexually, whether it's being open and talking candidly with your spouse, whatever it is. Let go of the pain, the past. And then number three, study your spouse. Visualization was the key for me. Just being able to use self-talk and imagery and just visualizing and seeing what I wanted and just being able to use that as a springboard for the future instead of focusing on the past, just made it all kind of work out. So I'm accomplishing those dreams because I saw them, because I visualized them, because I spoke them into existence. And guess what? God is listening. God is listening and he wants. He's like, ask. You want a healthy marriage? Ask him. You want your spouse to be a certain way? Ask him. Guess what? Go on your knees and pray. Because that is the only way anything is going to change, because you can't change your spouse. The only person you can change is you. So you go on your knees and you pray. Ask God to help you have what you want. Prayer does a lot. Prayer changes things. Don't take it for granted. Use the power. Use that power. Use that power. I really didn't think I was going to get through it. I know I had to breathe several times and didn't get to where I needed to go. I think it was I just will have to do another part. Yeah, I was just too much in one night. So we'll have to do a part two. But this is reset your story, your marriage. You can do it. Press that button, reset, 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 reset. You can do it. Guess what? It's intentional work. It's intentional work that you do every day in your marriage, in your relationship. Guess what? It can happen. You see the glossiness, you see the finished product of anything, and you're like, oh, well, you see the finished product, that was so easy, and they have it perfect, and that building is so beautiful. But there was steps in that process. There was steps to make it that way. And it doesn't just happen overnight and just a building appears. No, there were steps taken. And if you take the steps and if you follow them and if you do your part, I guarantee you, you will see your results. And it all starts with you. You be intentional about loving yourself, about loving your spouse and working on that. Add prayer in the mix and we will see you reset your story. The pen is in your hand. Use it. Write your story. Rewrite your story. Your story, your marriage. Press that reset button. I had so much fun tonight. Actually, it was not fun. I'm sorry. It wasn't fun. But I felt a release tonight because I was able to at least share some of, what I did to come to the point where I am now. Because if anyone had told me how many years ago, yes, before I got married, and if anyone had told me I'd be at this point now, I'd be like, no. But God, right? But God. And then the work. Whatever it is, you get the coaching, you get the help you need, you get the counseling, you need therapy, you get that. Hey, we're marriage coaches. You can go ahead, contact us, Unique Couples, rekindle@gmail.com. You need help, go ahead, book us through, I think we'll put the link in there. You can book us. Make your appointment. We have free consultations. You could go ahead and we will help you, lead you through to make sure that you get to the point where you need to in your relationship. We have a free couples checkup. Go ahead and take advantage of that. Yes, so you can go ahead and book us. Yes, like I was saying, it was a release. Might not have been exciting, but guess what? Once you have joy is my word for this year. Once you have that joy and that's just overflowing, you're serving from your saucer, your serving from your overflow. You're doing that. You're loving yourself. You're loving your spouse. You're loving the way you need to be, and you're working intentionally on your relationship. That's what it counts. That's what counts. That's what matters. Doing the work intentionally. So go ahead, book us for marriage coaches. For marriage coaches, you can email us. Yes, I see the email addresses there, uniquecouplesrekindle@gmail.com. You can contact us. Join the challenge, #challenge, if you want to be a part of that challenge. It's the How to Strengthen Your Marriage and Have the Marriage of Your Dreams, even if your spouse doesn't want to challenge. Be a part of that. It is all free because we're interested in making sure your relationship moves to the point where it needs to be. We want to make sure your relationship is strengthened. Okay, so join the 5-day How to Strengthen Your Marriage challenge. We'll see you tomorrow night in Sip and Spill in the How to Strengthen Your Marriage Facebook group. If you're not a part of that group, go ahead and be a part of that group. We will be live there tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are there every Monday. Yes, and this was Unique Couples Sunday Night Live Experience on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's listen. Go ahead and show us some hearts. Click the notification bell in YouTube. Yes, click that bell. Subscribe to our channel. Those of you who are watching on Facebook, go over to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. Okay, let's go mix it up. Twitter, go ahead. Go, and we have different things on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Go ahead over to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell. Do that in Facebook as well, so you can get all of the notices for when we go live. This was Unique Couples Sunday Night Live, the experience. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and next week, Sunday. We have the Bergans, and they will be here, and they're coming with excitement and more of what you need to take your marriage to the next level as we even begin this 2020 year. So go ahead, join us, follow us. We post every go ahead and like our posts. If you haven't been liking, guess what? You're not going to get the notices. So go ahead and share this video with a friend. Yes, you see one more. Thank you so much, Lynn Colley. Thank you, Julie. I think I saw Julie earlier. Yes, we have some faithful, unique couples, team members, and persons who are just loving up Unique Couples and sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. All those persons who share. Go ahead and share tonight as well. Thank you, Lynn Colley. Thank you, Julie. Michael, I saw you, Michael. Thank you. Yes, and we see all our live squad. Yes, hello, Herb. Herb is all the way from Ohio joining us. Yes, Bradley, Happy New Year. I'm just seeing the chat, sorry. Kevin, thanks for joining us. We love you all. Yes, we love you all, and we hope to see you tomorrow night. You see, one more is actually Unique Couples, One More Marriage Save. We celebrated our 1-year anniversary, but it's One More Marriage Save, and it's 1 million couples impacted. You can help us do that. You make sure your marriage is healthy, and then we can have more marriages around you healthy as well. We love you, and we want to say, yes, at Unique Couples, we're building stronger couples, healthier marriages, and happier families, because it all matters. It's a cycle. Good night. We love you. Bye.